Alright, we're done in this section, so now we just go back to... Wait, hang on. I can't go there. Alright. I think we're done. I think we're just good to move on to the tavern. And I wish I was faster. Wait, there's someone here to talk to. I love these little event markers. It really is similar to like a game like Grandia, like where the NPC dialogue matters. But Berseria has their NPC I guess I can call it NPC dialogue, but they have their some of the dialogue with the NPCs, like the voiced ones. They have them like as ways to build up the towns. Very, very neat. It very is similar to something like Grandia, where the NPC dialogue is like very expansive. Like it's not as expansive as like Grandia or Cold Steel or anything like that, but you can get extra lore and world building, which is nice.
Lord Artorius' speech was so wonderful. I teared up halfway through.
I was so worried when the demons appeared. I am so glad I put my faith in the Abbey.
The exorcists put their lives on the line to protect us. We've got to do what we can to help.
I want to marry the shepherd when I grow up.
Now that's popularity.
Ignorance is bliss.
Okay then. Oh my goodness, expedition again. We've been playing for 1 hour already? Crazy.
Take a look.
Yo, the pirate flag nameless. New attachment discovered, spyglass. This is done. Just need to get this last material in the thing. We're gonna do it like one more time, I think. And then we'll stop with it. Order and will, huh? Guess there's just no miracle cure for the world after all. Can't give up, that's what Lord Artorius says. You're right, it's important to remember that. We'll do our best each day like he does. The Empire and Lord Artorius requested our aid in an honest and straightforward way. We ignore the plea why our bacon wouldn't even be worth saving. I will be working together to rebuild the world. That will build an even better world. Lord Artorius has made a believer of me. Cool, cool. Okay, I think we're done. Is there a, anything else to grab? We haven't saved our game in a while. We quick saved, but we haven't like actually saved our game. I don't think we saved our game at all today, right? Yeah, we haven't saved our game 1 minute. Like normal way. We're done. I think we're just good to move on to story. Oh wait, that's the tavern. There's some stuff over here I want to go explore though. It's an inn. Welcome, you sightseeing the capital. If you're hungry, play the marble curry at the tavern. Simply cannot be beat. There are other dishes also fantastic, so, oh dear, the boss will have my hide for advertising other places. Yeah, that question mark place is definitely the tavern we need. This is what I want to get, wherever this... Yeah, this.
It's a history book titled The Rise and Fall of Midgand. About 800 years ago, our continent was conquered by a military force from another continent. Few records exist of the following 500 years. A period known as the Era of Darkness, or the Dark Period. Then 300 years ago, a great hero named Claudin Asgard reunited the kingdom, bringing an end to the Dark Period.
Claudin, huh? Where have I heard that name before?
All right, that's enough for today.
Thanks for teaching me, Arthur. Your techniques are so amazing. Where did you learn them?
They came from my own master, a man named Claudin. He developed them himself.
Wow, they're so graceful. I wish I could move like that.
I've taught you the forms, but for some reason your execution deviates from the ideal.
Well, my body just kind of moves on its own.
You're a handful, Velvet. But I will say you do resemble Claudin some. He was a strange person himself. He always wore this peculiar cape, for instance.
Cape, you say?
Deep down, Claudin was strong like fire, vivacious like water, steadfast like earth, and free like wind. I can't help but admire him to this day.
Wow, I'd love to meet him.
Sadly, that's impossible.
Is he dead?
Yes, he is. He died to protect me. That's why
No way. The events recounted in this book happened 300 years ago. It can't be the same Claudin.
Velvet, are you okay?
I'm fine. Don't mind me.
King Claudin was quite strong, wasn't he?
He was more than just that. He's the most well-loved and trusted king in our history. Or so the book claims.
To this day, all of Midgand's rulers claim to be direct descendants of King Claudin Asgard. Knowing that, there might be meaning behind them bestowing Artorius with the grandiose title of Shepherd. I could see it as an attempt to recreate the same glory enjoyed by the Hero King who ended the Dark Period.
If that's true, it's a childish ploy. The world's not so easily changed.
I wouldn't be so sure. What matters is that the title inspires hope in the people, who in turn give him their support. Then, as their shepherd, he can guide his flock in any direction he pleases.
If Artorius knowingly accepted that title, we can be sure he's fully committed to his cause.
Oh, he's certainly committed. I've seen just how far he's willing to go.
Yeah, I forgot about these little, like, side scenes. These little skits you can get of Artorius' background. Very, very good. Still got some stuff to explore before we head to the tavern. More capsules. I want it. Gabby has not come so far in 3 years, no accident. Lord Artorius and Melchior have been quietly gathering like-minded souls for a decade now. 10 years, so while we were huddling in despair, the shepherd was out fighting for hope. Crazy, I know.
He may be the shepherd now, but no one knows who he was before the Advent, or what he did.
No, they don't.
But he showed up one day with a mallet in tow, routed the demons, and formed a band of skilled young exorcists.
That sounds pretty suspicious.
Right? But the kingdom readily acknowledged his abilities and his conviction, and threw its full support behind him.
Maybe he plans on usurping power for himself.
Not likely. He's worked tirelessly to rebuild the church and state, and shore up the royal family's position.
Lining his pockets from the state coffers, then.
Not the slightest chance. Rather, he's got all the other higher-ups worried he's working himself to death.
Then what's he after?
Maybe there is no ulterior motive. Maybe he is our shepherd. Whatever the case, if he hadn't shown up when he did 3 years ago, Midgand would be a smoking ruin.
Is Artorius really the savior of our world? Am I a fool for doubting him? Keep that in mind. Just keep that question for now and put it on hold. Dude, I really love this game's story, and I just really like Artorius as a villain. So good. Let's go finally to the tavern. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Oh, not a lot of folks coming in here with children. We're a tavern, but we've got some good food.
What'll it be?
Some food for the boy.
Mabo curry is our specialty. It takes a week to stew properly.
Mabo curry.
Some of that, then. Say, do you know a man named Baskerville? I heard we might find him here.
That old man? A scoundrel and criminal who went against the rules of the Abbey. They executed him long ago.
Oh.
Velvet, this Mabo curry is amazing.
You get along so well. Is he your brother?
No.
No, he wouldn't be, would he? After all, your brother was murdered before your eyes.
How do you know that?
The shadows watch those who flinch from the light.
So the guild is still active, even after Baskerville's arrest?
That's right. Just like how Ifrid's crew continues their piracy, even without their captain.
So you're the contact?
What may I help you with?
I want to know what Artorius is planning.
Information such as that, it won't come cheap. I have here a list of jobs, not one remotely legal. Take care of all of them, and I'll tell you what you want to know.
What kind of jobs we got here? Okay, so basically we have to do all of these to move on the story. So we're just gonna go in order. We're gonna do destroy the goods first. I want you to destroy goods in a red crate stored at a warehouse in Port Zexon. Yes.
Take this with you as documentation. It's fake, but it's a good fake. It'll hold up to inspection.
It's registered to Mogulu's menagerie?
Oh? Was that not the name you gave to the guard at the gate?
I can see you're a group to be reckoned with.
Report back here once you're finished. However, be aware that should you fail...
Then this conversation never took place. Got it. I'll cause you no trouble.
I appreciate your understanding. You're welcome to stay the night, free of charge. Forget about work until the morning comes.
Look at Roko and Eisen drinking away.
Right. You're missing Captain Ifrid. The captain has done much toward our viability. I promise that I'll share anything I hear about him for no charge.
Thanks. All we know is there was a pendulum on the ground at the last place he was seen. And that Legate Melchior is connected to the captain's disappearance. How? We don't know.
Sounds like you've got problems of your own. Do you really have time to take on ours as well?
I could ask you why you've tied yourself up with Velvet.
Me? I've got a debt to repay. Without her, there's no way I'd have ever found my blade again.
A demon repaying a debt? Ridiculous.
As ridiculous as a pirate Moloch, you think? No matter how you look at it, there's nothing reasonable about our rogue existence. And in this brave new world governed by reason, a rogue can either rage and become a monster like me,
or band together with others. Like a ship full of pirates, perhaps.
Exactly. I admire Velvet's courage, squaring off against the whole world on her own. Few can accomplish that. It takes strength. Real strength. And I'm curious where it comes from.
So you're doing it for yourself after all?
Is that so wrong?
No. I'm the same. I need allies on my side, with the strength and courage to combat this so-called order imposed by the Abbey. But anyone who's willing to put up with the creed folly of Ifrid's pirates has to be an even bigger fool than we are. So I'm like you. I want to know how deep her foolishness goes.
She'd kill you if she heard that, you know.
It's a compliment. Fools that big aren't born every day.
Aha. And I imagine your dear Captain Ifrid's much the same.
That man flies his full flag proudly.
Another great scene in this phenomenal game.
The shepherd Artorius, He's got the populace eating from the palm of his hand. I wonder... Just how deeply will the fangs of our would-be tragic heroine scar this broken world of ours? I've got a traitor to find, but in the meantime, this should be a good show.
That's not sus at all. Dude, I'm gonna talk about why I love these characters in a minute. There should be another skit coming up. Oh, perfect. I talk about it now. I talked about this before in other playthroughs of why I love the Berseria cast so much. They're just so good. They all have their, like, reasons for being in the group. Like, they all have their, like, selfish reasons for being there. It's not like a typical JRPG where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna go with you because, you know, I'm helping you. Right now, it's like, later it becomes that. But right now, it's like, you know, they're all doing it for their own reasons. Like, they all have their own reasons for why they're on this journey. And, they do that really well. And the characters really feel more like a camaraderie than they do like an actual group. Which I kind of appreciate the change of pace. Also, the characters are just so strong in this game.
A kind face for such a hard woman.
She knew about me in our cover. She's got ears everywhere.
And that's not all. She called the papers fake, but they're not.
So she's got spies working on the inside, too.
I heard that her predecessor, Baskerville, was a monument against authority. But to think he was executed.
They've lost their leader, but remain unconquered. Not an organization to trifle with.
That's how they have to be to take on the Abbey. We'd better succeed on our missions, and not just to get the information we need.
Yeah. Besides, I'd like to get another of those drinks, too.
You're a man of taste. That place always has the best.
You'd better work hard too, if you want more Mabo curry.
I will.
Oh, lava set. Oh, right, we get to play a minigame right now. We'll play this once before we move on. I'm down. The red crates should be in the furthest storehouse at Port Zexon. Report to me when you're done. Fine drink, fine food, free talk with fine friends. This is what a tavern should be. Man needs a place like this in his life. Let's do this waiter minigame, because this is a staple in the Tales of series. I know Vesperia had the waiter minigame, the waiter-waitress. Symphonia had it. Grace's definitely didn't have it. Grace's had Shock Cube, I remember. I don't think Zestiria had it as well. I'm pretty sure it was literally just Symphonia and Vesperia, from what I remember. Dealing with customers here is harder than any job the Bloodwings will throw at you. Care to see for yourself? Is it the same as the others? Try to bring the right orders. Customers who are waiting have their orders taken. Yeah, okay, this is the same thing. I know in Vesperia this gets a little crazy. Lastly, take the right orders to the right customers. Wait, take the right orders to the right customers. Each time you do, it will count as a successful order. Yeah, okay. We'll try this. Oh, we have to use lava set. Okay.